EA Sports. Two wide receivers will be looking to be #1 targets on the field in today's game. It's Jeffrey's Eagles going up against Crabtree's Raiders. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Oakland Raiders. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. Fielded about a yard deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about. He only gets to the 20. And now the Eagles take over. Here comes Carson Wentz bringing them out onto the field. A few rough patches last year, but all in all, he and the Eagles some good returns. And I think the Eagles have the quarterback of the future, don't they?
They definitely do. Now, they need to continue to upgrade their receiving core, and they're going to work on that. But when you watch that young man play, the poise that he exhibited, the leadership that he exhibited, the willingness to do just about anything to try and win a game. Now, his mechanics, they'll continue to work on that and get a little long at times in what he's doing, but that also comes with experience. He'll work on that in the offseason. I think he's going to be a much improved player in 2017.
When you say long, what do you mean by that?
Meaning his stride. When he strides to throw the football, sometimes he overstrides, and that can play a little bit of havoc with your accuracy, but he continues to work on those things, and I think 2017, you'll start to see a really good Carson Wentz.
Then here's a look at the starting offense. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Get ahead to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Third down, it's Wendell Smallwood. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Here's Jones. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take possession. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch Derek Carr grow as a pro. When he was a rookie, they tried to game plan around him so that he didn't have too much responsibility. Now, I don't think they can heap enough things on his shoulders because they know he can handle them.
They come out here in the eye. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
throw on second down. He's got time in the pocket. Brought in by Walford, right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well, sometimes we talk running backs. Sometimes we talk wide receivers. Walford, the tight end in this unit, very important.
Clive Walford, a terrific player. Knows how to work the inside portions of the field, but also can surprise you and get deep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Here's Carr to throw. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Marquette King now to kick it for Oakland. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. They start the drive with Smallwood, and he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
A run with Smallwood. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
On second down, here's Wentz. And this is caught on the sideline, but no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds, incomplete. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Here we go. 3-19.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. Great protection. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
In the red zone this time. They come out here in the eye. Here's Smallwood. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Handoff comes to Smallwood. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Wentz on third down. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
From the gun, it's Carr. Cooper's got it. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 75 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because you get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey. And we roll tape now on his solid performance.
And what we've been seeing so far is a great combination of finesse and aggressiveness in running his routes and making plays. That's what you want in any type of a receiver. The guy knows exactly what to do on a given play and ends up making the plays that help your team win.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
All right, here we go.
Wentz to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 1 quarter in the books. 7-3 the score. And we're back to Oakland after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Smallwood. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Third down, still 14 yards left. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Well, third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway, that's for sure.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Cut his left. Cut his left. We ready for same route.
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it's 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Carr now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On play action, it's Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Here's the option going right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
All right, here we go. Wide 88. Wide 88.
Carr now on first down. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Washington. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
From the gun now on third down, Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. Smallwood. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They run again on first down with Smallwood. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Second down, here's Wentz. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So a 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Going with Smallwood running left. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Working from the gun, Wentz finding time, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now on first down, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Shotgun now for Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds Roberts, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both the Raiders and the Eagles haven't figured out yet how they're going to move the ball through the air. The defenses on both sides have kept points off the board, and it will be interesting to see if they can keep that up. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Third down at the 24. Cooper's the target here, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. They're now on top by 4. Now 1st and 10 to once again sack the QB. This one ends up as a loss of 11. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Gott.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On play action, now Carr. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Deep drop. Muscles him off. Brought in by Walford, right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Janikowski now for the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They pitch out to Smallwood. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. And some space here. And a cutback, right sideline. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Now Ryan Matthews in the game. He gets the call here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, Ryan Matthews. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense... And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Wendell Smallwood taking it in. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did... Speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. come out here in the I. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. It finds Crabtree for the completion. He got 29 yards that time. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And they'll run it here. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So now on 4th down, the Raiders will turn it over to the left foot of Sebastian Janikowski. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They come out here in the eye. They run Smallwood. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a 1st down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. One receiver left, two to the right.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now Wentz on third down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Here's Donnie Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, what a move. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Second down following the run.
Here we go. Red 18. Red.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Red 18. Red 18.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So the offense able to recover the fumble, but it's third down now.
Here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that brings up fourth down. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for Oakland. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
Here we go.
On first down, Wentz. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Brandon Cooks, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. For the point after. And the lead is up to 5. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Here's Tywan Jones on the return. So out come the Raiders. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Carr now on first down. He sets to fire deep. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Here's Wolford over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. The lone receiver right is Cooper.
Here we go. Wide and yank. Wide and yank.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It goes as a pickup of 23, and it'll give the Raiders a 1st down. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st down, Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Brandon Graham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Caught the tight end Walford. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go. You love pressure. I love it. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Ertz has it left side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time. But now you get to sit up here with me. Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. And to give this time to the tailback. Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Second down and 4.
Hey, tight end's right. One tight end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now Wentz on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. Spins past another. Oh, my man. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, 71 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route. And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play. Point after now from Sturgis. And that makes it a 9-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Now Jones. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go. Wide and yank.
Carr now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
4 down, 4 down. All right, baby, alert. Alert.
Carr. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
We ready? Red 18.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sproles, the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Now a play fake here on first down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. On third and long, it's Wentz surveying the field. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Jones on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down is Carr. Finds Roberts left side. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for an Oakland first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, here we go. Wide and Yates.
Carr to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw, Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Now Carr. Can't find, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcus Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
All right, here we go.
To throw is Carr. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing his Carr on third down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
We ready?
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on first and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Carr to throw on second down. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal.
All right, here we go.
Carr to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.